Anyways,
the Superman
do you want
promo art.
Do you want to put a link to that in the chat?
I don't have it.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
There is.
Just Google Superman WB Montreal League.
Yeah. It looks great. Besides his outfit.
It is just concept art.
Yes.
It is concept art of a supposed project that WB Games Montreal is working on.
Yes. And it was dated back in February.
Mm-hmm.
So, which means they're pretty early down this where there would still be concept art.
Yeah. Like it was this if this game is real and it is happening, it's gonna be a while before it's out.
I would say a very long time.
Yeah.
Like maybe 2 years.
I'd say that's fair.
Yeah. Which sucks.
Yeah.
Unless they're further along than what we think.
It can be hard because you could think that concept art could be older than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never know, I guess. But I would say if the date is accurate, and they really are just doing concept art right now, then
we have so long.
You probably got 2 years, which I would say is fair.
Yeah.
Because Arkham Knight came out, so then you'd have
a 2 year gap.
A year gap, and then at the end of the second year, you would have a new game come out.
I can't wait for a Superman game, but it just seems like his long range abilities will kind of take away from it. Every Superman game ever made has been shit.
I would say there is one that came out after the Superman Returns movie.
Okay, I was I think I was in your head because I was thinking about Superman Returns, but it's still.
I'm not saying it was a great game, but that was fun to play.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that because they had you had your flying mechanic, and they had it set so you would you could fly super fast, and then you would blow through the sound barrier, and then you could go super fast through the city. And the graphics weren't great because to make the city big enough, you have to scale down the graphics. Yeah. But on a new gen console like PS4, Xbox One, PC, obviously is always getting better. They could do. I think the trick to a Superman game is to make it big enough.
Yeah, because you have to be able to hook the corners of the city super quick.
Yeah,
and Supes is not too OP for a video game when all of his villains can literally squash a Batman.
Yeah, it's
or flick a Batman and he'd die.
I think the mistake is to compare it to Batman.
Definitely, but just to
the mistake if you're thinking he would just kill grunts in the streets.
Yeah,
don't compare it to the Arkham games.
Definitely don't.
Until you see something that it comes out and it looks like an Arkham game, then you can be like, oh, okay, well this looks like shit. But I think Superman's had other games before. They've been fun. Everyone knows Superman 64 is the worst rated game ever. But
I was gonna bring it up because all you did is fly through rings.
But no, there was more to it. Just nobody ever got past it because it was so goddamn bad.
I watched the guy play it, and it was ridiculous.
But yeah, I think a Superman game could be really cool, and I think that if someone takes it seriously, when Rocksteady did Batman Arkham Asylum, and they took it seriously, and they said, we want to make a good superhero game, they took the time to figure out how to do it right, and then they succeeded.
They did.
And I think if someone can do the same thing with Superman, this game, you could have a great Superman game. You just got to find the right team to do it.
Yeah, and I think Warner Brothers and Rocksteady.
I don't know if... I would like Rocksteady to do it.
Mechanic.
I would like Rocksteady to do it, but WB is doing the Batgirl DLC. Mm-hmm. WB is doing, at least based on this concept art, if it's real, WB is doing the Superman game.
But isn't that a conjoined?
No, they're two different studios.
Okay.
WB Games is a publisher, and then they have a studio in Montreal that built Arkham Origins because Rocksteady was working on Arkham Knight. Okay. So they're two different studios.
Okay. I would still like to see. I would really like Rocksteady to make it, just because I think you need that combat mechanic.
Yeah.
And even with Superman, he's 10 times faster than 1,000 times faster than Batman.
Honestly.
And so you hitting triangle and comboing, it would just be cool to see. And I do think you would have to have an alien invasion to like kind of
a Brainiac invasion.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, that's the kind of stuff that's been done so many times because that's the easy answer.
It is.
So I think again, you got to find the studio that's willing to think outside the box.
Well, you'll
and make
have
something
multiple
fun.
villains.
True, yeah, true. But like he's always got his robots.
Yeah.
Superman can do whatever he needs to do to robots. You know what I mean? So that's why they're easy. Everyone always picks robots because they're easy.
There's no story behind robots. It's just here's an invasion.
Here's Brainiac coming to get Earth.
The biggest
again.
cop out in DC.
I was so disappointed when he was behind Convergence.
Yeah.
I was like, come on.
Honestly, they like cover their tracks so well. You have a person who can be as strong as they need to be, but greatest line ever made, and then you have someone who can rewrite what was wrong. So if they did something wrong that people don't, okay, we're not talking about Superman fighting Mira Logan. We're talking about Superman fighting an extraterrestrial being.
Think most.
Don't compare it to Arkham.
You got to think a lot of his villains can take the kind of beating that he can dish out.
I think Lex Luthor would be the only
Lex Luthor, and there's a couple others, but a lot of his, you got Darkseid and everyone from Apocalypse.
Yeah.
All the new gods from New Genesis. Metallo, he has to fight carefully because Metallo has the kryptonite in his chest, so at any time he could weaken him. So I mean, there's ways that you can do this, but again, if you're thinking like a bunch of grunts in the streets like the Arkham games, then no, that wouldn't work unless you do something like a bunch of robots invading or super powerful aliens invading, something like that, something that like gives them the ability to withstand his assault.
Definitely. Where were we at before that?
Don't remember.
Me either.
You're talking about I know we talked about the I'm sure someone in the chat will remind us, but
I doubt it.
But either way, I mean, I would like this because I would like eventually to do
I think a Flash game would be so much better than a Superman game.
I want a Justice League game. I want a
good I would love that, but
collaboration game.
I don't think we're done talking about Marvel because
we warned you ahead of time. We don't have much Marvel knowledge.
Oh, I mean, knowledge-wise, I'm pretty solid on, but
I don't.
There's just not a lot of Marvel
only
stuff
has
coming
Secret
out.
Wars stuff right now.
Yeah, and it's just side or solo series and all that. Not solo, like team up.
For sure.
But I think a Flash game would be so much better than a Superman game because one hasn't been done from like my knowledge, and then two, there would be a lot more combat. He would be fighting like Batman.
Yeah,
but you would have your different moves and everything.
That'd be cool.
Or even Marvel games coming out like this.
I wish that they could find a good studio to do stuff like this.
Ultimate Alliance was great.
Here's my problem with Ultimate Alliance. I think it's overrated personally, and I know everyone's like, Logan, you're fucking stupid. Marvel Ultimate Alliance is not overrated. It could be.
I played it as a kid, and I played it on my PSP.
I played both X-Men Legends games before that came out.
Those were cool.
Yeah, but the problem was like you had both X-Men Legends, then Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and Ultimate Alliance 2. By the time Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 came out, I was so done with those games because they were all the exact same. They were just different characters,
Yeah.
So I just got so done with them. So I personally am like, no, I don't care about that. I don't think it's as good as everyone says it is. But it's probably just because I was so played out on them.
Maybe.